Welcome to another edition of Bet with Bobano. Not a regular edition of the show, but it's Ian Cameron here with you on this Friday, September the 6th. And I just wanted to come on here briefly to talk about the future of the show. Now, when this month started, when we got into September, my first thought was going to be, you know what, we'll keep the show going 5 days a week. But as you know, when football season arrives, the amount of work you have to put in goes up. And the time you have to do things you had planned isn't always there. And it seems to me like we're already at that stage. So unfortunately, regrettably, and it pains me to do this, we won't be having Bet with Bobano 5 days a week anymore. Show's not going away completely. I'm going to still try to pop on here with a Bet with Bobano show, a brief one, any day where I can find some time, but it just is going to be almost impossible for me to do this show 5 days a week at a consistent time. And the reason for that, look, is because already with NFL and college football here, this being the first week where I'm handicapping both NFL and college football during the week, that takes time. If you're going to do the job properly, and I've built a career over a decade of consistency by doing a thorough job handicapping. What does that mean? It means it's time consuming. It means it takes time to do the work individually on each game. It takes time to make sure you're aware of every, injury situation and everything that you need to be aware of with every team. All of a sudden that takes time. And unfortunately, it takes that time to handicap the card now that we're into NFL and college football every week. It unfortunately takes away from the opportunity to do other things like certain shows. And when you factor in that now it's going to be a weekly, weekly ritual, I guess you could say, of handicapping NFL, handicapping college football. I have to allow for what's coming in October, and we know what that is. It's the return of the NHL and hockey. It's the return of the NBA and basketball, which are sports I also handicap and send out plays as part of the subscription services and bet myself. You just have to allow for it. And it's going to be even busier in a month from now when you're handicapping NFL every week, college football every week. The day-to-day grind of NHL and NBA starts. Oh, and don't look now, college basketball is going to be here in about a couple of months as well. So unfortunately, something had to hit the chopping block from a content standpoint, and Bet with Bobano, unfortunately, is that show. So it won't be 5 days a week anymore. We'll try to get a Bet with Bobano show put out there on the channel whenever we can, but I can't make any promises. It's going to be week to week, whether there's going to be certain shows and all that. But like I said, and by the way, Bet with Bobano for the last few months, it's really only been baseball primarily. We've put in a little bit of football here and there on the show, but it's mostly been a baseball show since I started it. And to be honest with you, my betting volume in baseball is going to start decreasing, if you will, for the last few weeks here of the regular season. So it's just the right call for me personally. It's the right move to at least say we're not doing Bet with Bobano 5 days a week. So I just wanted to mention that. But I also want to mention, here's the good news. If football is what you're craving the most at this time of year, and I'm sure I speak for the majority of you that that's the case, you're going to be covered here on the Ian Cameron YouTube channel, right here on this very YouTube channel. We're going to have you covered all season long. Every Monday, it's going to be college football. Me and Connor Mack hitting the books. You can watch it on my channel or the Hitting the Books YouTube channel each and every week. All the weeknight college football games and a majority of the Saturday games. We break it all down early in the week, our first opinions. So that's going to be Mondays every week, college football. And then Ian Cameron's Football Frenzy, where we're going to give you your CFL weekly edition of the show, as we have all season on Wednesdays. And, of course, we started it yesterday, the NFL season premiere edition of Ian Cameron's Football Frenzy. And every Thursday during the NFL season, we'll have the NFL edition of Ian Cameron's Football Frenzy. Make sure you check out that premiere show. We had former Chiefs receiver Garrick Dieter joining me to break down and preview the Week 1 NFL card. We recorded that a couple days ago. It premiered on the channel yesterday, the NFL Week 1 edition of Ian Cameron's Football Frenzy. Again, if you have not seen it, make sure you check it out on the channel. It is live and available for archived viewing. if you haven't tuned into it already. So that's basically all there is to say about it. Unfortunately, won't be able to do BWB, Bet with Bobano, 5 days a week anymore, but we'll try to get a show every day that we can when we have a little bit of extra time. I don't know how often that's going to be, but whenever we do have a little bit extra time, we'll try to give you a quick Bet with Bobano show. Give you, and I don't know if, and when we do the future Bet with Bobano shows, don't know if we'll be able to break down the full card like we've done in the past, but we'll definitely give you a few bets that I like, a best bet, that kind of thing. We'll still carry forward with that on future episodes of Bet with Bobano. And like I said, you don't even have to worry about football. It's all covered for you the whole season moving forward, all the way to February when the Super Bowl gets handed out. We're going to have Hitting the Books college football every week on Mondays, CFL version of Ian Cameron's Football Frenzy every week on Wednesdays, and NFL version of Ian Cameron's Football Frenzy every week on Thursdays. So don't worry about it. It is you're set. If football content's what you want, I'm not abandoning you. Trust me. You will still be fully served from yours truly here as far as football every single week right here on my YouTube channel. Hockey, of course, is going to be the Ice Guys. I'm not going to have a ton of hockey stuff on this channel, my own channel. All of that's pretty much reserved for the Ice Guys with Alex B. Smith, Matt Robinson, and company. And, of course, that show is going to start 7 days a week again starting in October. Basketball on the channel. NBA, I'm probably going to be working with Ski Profit, Dutch, and Wham again with the show that we've done on Ski Profit's channel the last couple of years on Tuesday, or last year on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm pretty sure we're going to get that show going again in some form. Again, exact details to be determined. And speaking of Hitting the Books, Connor Mack, which we do Mondays college football, we're also going to do college basketball, him and I. So college basketball content will be on this channel and the Hitting the Books channel with me and Connor Mack. Hitting the Books is going to be a college football and college basketball show with me and Connor Mack. So that's the good thing. Hitting the Books will be everything college sports, football and basketball with C-Mac. And I'm looking forward to doing that once we get college basketball up and running and off the ground starting in November. So like I said, pretty much everything is still going to see everything you need to see for football. It's going to be here. NBA, we're going to be doing some NBA stuff here as well on the channel, but mostly, again, we'll be back with Ski, Dutch, and Wham with the show I did with them last year, a couple days a week. And, of course, college basketball. When it gets here, we got you covered with Hitting the Books, college basketball edition of Hitting the Books with me and Connor Mack once college hoops starts. So I just wanted to give you a little update on the status of the channel. And to be honest, I wanted to also get some of these promotions in. Very important stuff. Again, BitWallet, 50% deposit bonus on each of your first 3 crypto deposits. If you sign up for a brand new BitWallet account with the affiliate link you see on the screen, bitwallet.bet/affiliate/Ian. Click on that link. Live betting, same game parlay live betting, live casino dealers. If you're looking for a cryptocurrency sportsbook, bitwallet.bet is excellent. I use it myself, and it's a great crypto book. 50% deposit bonus on each of your first 3 deposits. Click that affiliate link that you see on the screen. And again, the Dub Club subscriptions. I mean, what else can I say? NFL's here. It's not too late, but man, you don't want to wait too much longer to get on board with a Dub Club subscription. 1 month all sports, $75. 3 months all sports, $200. 6 months all sports. That's the best bargain. 6 months all sports, $400. It'll take you right through to the end of February, early March. You get all football, majority of hockey and basketball, the rest of MLB and CFL as well. $400, 6 months all sports, 1 year all sports, $750, which is a big savings when you compare the 1 year $750 to the 1 month all sports at $75. So you do save a lot long term. Dubclub.win/r/Bobano. The high volume card. We also give you a short card on days where there's more bets that I've got going. We also post a short card for those looking for more of an isolated look. So again, dubclub.win/r/Bobano. Over 22 units of profit in NFL and college football. And it's important that the Dub Club subscription, to note that it's every single wager, sides, totals, player props. We got into the player props last night in the Chiefs and Ravens game. I have a full player prop card at Dub Club for the Packers and the Eagles tonight. We're going to have a full player prop card all season long for Dub Club subscribers for every NFL primetime game. And then for the Sunday afternoon games, we'll be more selective because, again, there's just too many games. You can't bet 10 props in every game. You got to be a little more selective Sunday afternoons, try to isolate the strongest prop bets that I think are out there. But there will be a NFL player prop card for every NFL primetime game this season at Dub Club, dubclub.win/r/Bobano. And again, any of those 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year all sports subscription options are available to you. And last but not least, I also want to mention, of course, SoBet. And it's important to mention SoBet because the run at SoBet right now with just, and this is specifically for people that are looking for best bets only, top plays, a little bit more of a selective approach. SoBet, there it is, $9.95 per month. Again, this is low volume. This is best bets, top plays only in all sports on a daily basis. And the current run in all sports at SoBet, 28-13, 68% all sports streak. And that most of it being MLB, college football, NFL preseason from August, and CFL, which has been great lately for me. So again, best bets, top plays only, selective approach, lower volume on a daily basis. If that's more of your thing and not the extreme high volume betting style that I have, which is what the Dub Club members are very much aware of, because you get everything that I bet at Dub Club. But if you're looking for something a little bit, scaled down, scaled back, lower volume approach, top plays, best bets, being a little more selective, then SoBet is a pretty good subscription option. And it's just $9.95 per month for that. And again, great 28-13, 68% all sports streak for SoBet. All right. That's pretty much it, but I will leave you. I wasn't going to leave you hanging. We will leave you with a best bet. It's just a question of where am I going to go? Am I going to go to MLB? We have a full MLB card. Am I going to go to CFL? Or am I going to go to college football for tonight's best bet? Or NFL, because we've got the Brazil game between Green Bay and Philadelphia. Let's go to NFL. Everyone's excited about the NFL. This total has moved a little bit, I'll be honest. So I don't know if we're getting the best number right now. I know we're not, because when I bet it, it was at 48. It's gone, and then it went down as low as 48 with juice at some spots. Then it went back up to 48.5, 49, and now I'm seeing 49.5, and even a 50 at South Point in Las Vegas with the total in the Brazil game tonight at Corinthians Arena between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to go with over 49.5 for my impromptu bet with Bobano show best bet for this Friday, September the 6th. There's a couple of reasons I like this. What did we see last night from Baltimore with a new defensive coordinator? What did we see? Wasn't great. It wasn't crisp. It wasn't sharp. The loss of Mike McDonald was felt, and I don't think that was a particularly great defensive performance by the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I know they're going up against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, an incredible offense, best quarterback going, but they didn't play a great defensive game. The point is that I'm trying to make is sometimes it takes a little bit of time for a new defensive coordinator, and sometimes it takes a defensive coordinator longer than an offensive coordinator to get his troops to play the way he wants them to. And I think you saw signs of that with Baltimore last night, and I think you're going to see signs of that here tonight, because we have not just one, but two new defensive coordinators for these respective teams, the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. We have Jeff Hafley, former Boston College head coach, taking over as the defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. And, of course, we have Vic Fangio, the veteran defensive coordinator, taking over for the Philadelphia Eagles tonight. Two new defensive coordinators in this game. I'm not sure either defense is going to be on their game right away. And then you factor in a couple other things. Well, easily Green Bay was stronger, especially down the stretch last year on the offensive side of the football than they were on defense. The Green Bay defense was lackluster most of last season. And I'm worried that, Smith, one of their pass rushers, is no longer there. Where's that, aside from Rashawn Gary, where's the rest of that pass rush going to come from? I didn't love the way Jair Alexander played last year. It was a bit of a down year for what was supposed to be the top cornerback on this team. And I think the rest of the secondary has some concerns. I think there's reasons for Philadelphia to have some success and move the football tonight. And from what I've read, with Kellen Moore taking over as the OC for the Eagles, look for Jalen Hurts to air it out more, throw the ball, take some shots down the field. And I'm hearing some stuff out of the Philadelphia Eagles camp that they want to play with some pace this year, play with some tempo, start playing a little bit faster. The pace and the tempo of that Eagles offense dropped like a stone last year when Brian Johnson was the offensive coordinator. Like, they really slowed things down. From what I'm reading, they want to get back to playing a little bit faster on offense, get to the huddle, play with some up-tempo pace. So I'm interested to see that. That kind of factored into why I like the over in this Green Bay Philly game tonight. And then on the flip side, you look at Green Bay's offense against Philly's defense. The Philly defense still pretty good up front, no question about it. Secondary, there's still some questions there. And there are just I think the Eagles did upgrade the secondary. I do like some of the moves they made to improve that secondary. But Green Bay's got a lot of weapons, and they're coming into this season with Christian Watson healthy, and you've still got obviously Romeo Doubs, and you've got the emergence last year of Jaden Reed and Dontavian Wicks, and you've got now at your top tight end is now healthy again. Remember, he missed a large chunk of the latter part of the year. Luke Musgrave, he's now healthy again here for the Green Bay Packers. So that's a lot of weapons. Josh Jacobs now, you've got to pay attention to him, not only as a running back, as a guy that runs the football from the running back spot, but he can be a solid pass catcher as well. There could be some adjustment for as good as Fangio is as a DC, and I have no doubt he's going to do a better job, with this defense than who last year. Patricia ended the year calling plays on that defense for the Eagles. It was terrible. But when you look at this Eagles team, they'll be good in time on defense. I don't know if it's going to be right away, and this is a pretty tough matchup, against what is a very potentially explosive Green Bay Packers offense to have to face right away. So put it all together, and I think we can make a case for both of these teams combining to get this game into the 50s as far as total points. So we'll go with Green Bay, Philadelphia, over 49.5. That is going to be my Bet with Bobano show best bet. There you have it, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Hit the like button on the way out. Again, if you missed it and you're late to the party, you just joined us, Bet with Bobano will no longer be on 5 days a week. We will be picking our spots with putting the show on throughout the week. There'll be weeks where there's maybe only one show a week, maybe even weeks we get 2 or 3 a week, and maybe even a week where we don't have the show on at all. But so it's going to be week to week based on how my schedule is going. But we just couldn't carry on doing it 5 days a week with how busy it's getting now with football here, and how much busier it's also going to get even more busy when hockey and basketball start. So Bet with Bobano, no longer 5 days a week, but we will have sporadic episodes of the show moving forward. And again, you're covered for football. Ian Cameron's Football Frenzy, CFL and NFL edition of the show each and every week, along with college football hitting the books with my pal, Connor Mack. There you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little brief edition of Bet with Bobano. I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Friday night and a great weekend. Enjoy the games and good luck. Bet like Tony Soprano. Bet with Bobano. Have a great week.